timeout now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air is Richardson. Throwing deep right away. Ryan coming out throwing, but a defender there to stop it. It's going to be 2nd down as they knock it away. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like an attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
Go! Viking 18! Trap 60, trap 60! 7, go!
Back to the air, it's Richardson. It's caught, this is Jalen Wright. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch, and it sets up 2nd down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind the next time the ball comes his way. He better be ready for some contact.
Escapes the pocket. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And he's chased out of bounds behind the line. That's going to go down as a sack for the defense. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up.
18, pioneer.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He beams one deep right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Well, I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. The pistol snap. Darnold. Setting up the screen here for Coral. And this one does not go far.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Has his man. It's the Oklahoma State rookie. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
It's 4th down.
So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. Fourth down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, partner, but I thought we were coming here to call an NFL game, but this is starting more like a baseball game. 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. No, just kidding. Still just the first quarter here this afternoon.
Yeah, it feels like a pitcher's duel, too, right? I mean, it's just a low-scoring affair here out the gate. I'll tell you what this does do, though, Kate, right in this world of analytics and looking at scores, it starts to screw that just conventional wisdom up. When you get an oddball like this, a safety early, just watch over the course of this game how it may affect some of the decision-making of the coaches.
Has some daylight through the 40. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Brought in close to the 8. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending first and goal from the 3. Corum. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. From the gun, Darnold. Fighting for the goal line, and he lost it. It's out. And the Saints get to it. And deep in their own territory, they're going to take possession now after the fumble.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that.
A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Greg Newsome has it. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. Ball finds his back. It's Corum. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. He's got it complete to Reed. He's Going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet...
And he's in for the touchdown! The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now.
Saints nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Saints to the line now. First and 10.
60 Maverick. Go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the air on this first down, Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Richardson to throw again. That's caught for the first. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. They've got first down here from the 36.
First and 10.
Once more now, it's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Flushed out of the pocket. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Man, these guys just can't get out of their own way right now, and we both know it's only going to hurt worse as this game rolls on.
Yeah, kind of stuck in a loop right now. And I don't care what sport it is. If it's golf, if it's shooting a free throw, bat and baseball, if you grip it tight and you grip that ball tight, usually bad things follow.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Our score reads 9-0. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Now Darnold on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. It connects down the sideline. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Rolling on first. Here's Darnold. And he's tackled for a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
To throw, here's Darnold. That's him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Darnold. Drops this down. It's gone. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing here, Darnold. That's one right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 3rd and short.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty big kick for him. Actually, a new season long. And when you do that, guess what happens? You're going to get called upon from that distance yet again.
Here comes Williams on the return. And after the dive, they're set up with some decent field position to start this drive. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. Caught by Theo Johnson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
65.
They run it from the gun with Wright. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. He's trying to push the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a one-score game in the first half.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Here comes a two-point try partner, Richardson, bringing his offense to the line. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't 2 points.
Maybe a little armchair quarterback after that call. It's like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
Ryan Fitzgerald sets
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. The pistol snap. Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. And after the play, one of the Falcons still out there injured. So we'll get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Second and 10. Darnold. On the move, headed right. He finds Brown, right side. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Addison going to motion over left. They send a receiver in motion right. The play clock down to just 2 seconds, but we get a timeout call. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They've got a man in motion. Second down run by Corum. Still fighting forward. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Falcons, first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down.
And with a quick pass out wide. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
So 2nd and 5 on deck as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
When they were in our defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Man in motion here. They give to Corum on the draw. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on fourth down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. Gay's kick is good, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
See, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Lanes didn't open for him. He is stopped shy of the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Wright running out of the gun. He'll race this across the 25. And he's all the way up to the 29-yard line. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
16 yards. And the Saints, first down.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
Hey, I understand that call. We try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
2nd down and 19 yards to go after that sack.
Ready? Gravity Lions. Warriors.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he takes it forward to maybe the 23. Jared Verse on the tackle. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Darnold now to throw. Check down, complete to Corum. Avoids a defender, we've got a foot race. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line.
4 yards.
Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's a Falcon first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
First and 10, Darnold sends this to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone!
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it's intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Falcons launch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Second and 3 now. Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. Darnold. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Gordon gets hit, and he lost the football. And the Saints grab it. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Hyatt with the grab. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Buffalo AC.
Working inside the red zone. Headed out right. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. Crunch. Ready.
Richardson fires quickly out wide. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. Third and goal. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. And this is going to be a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Saints will line up for the 2-point
Richardson's going to throw. And he makes the catch in the end zone. And that 2-point try trims the deficit to 1.
15. Saints 14.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
On second and 10 now, Darnold has a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
A gain of 7 yards.
To the line, here's third and 3. Now Darnold has a big strike to Addison. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's Darnold. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. It's a design run for Richardson. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3.
QB runs could be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. They break the huddle. It's second down now.
Let's go now.
Pass caught out right by Golden. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of the work done as they set up third and very short.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
Okay, ready?
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd and 1. Here's Richardson. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. 30. The 10. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
And they pick him off again! Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Bro finds his back, it's Coral. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Making that throw in double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I'm certainly not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, Darnold. Caught in the comeback route. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too. So first down from the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's Darnold to throw. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Falcons football, a nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Corum trying the right side. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's third down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Darnold with it on third and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Desperation time here on fourth. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way. Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
60.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. It's on target to Johnson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Saints first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Richardson to throw again. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed.
Those defenders, well, they're just as excited as all of us when we get to see a 2-point play. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board. It can energize a defense and give them that swag when the defense is stop them.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Emmanuel Forbes on the coverage.
Darnold looking to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Working quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And again, it's Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense to the line fast.
14 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
1st and 10, Darnold. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Darnold's pass intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. 18, 19, Warriors.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Fits it through the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. Looking quickly here.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long. It's Richardson. He rolls to his right. Gets this one to Pierce. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. Now Richardson on 4th down. And this one is launched downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 18. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. The pistol snap, Darnold. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. On the 24 once again. It's 2nd and 10. From the pistol, here's Corum. The 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Jump off, caught by his back. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Finding Johnson once more. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints put up even more points in a win. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. That's complete to Reed out left. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down. With the pace here as the clock continues to run.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Falcons.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Brought in by Gadsden. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Goes to the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 45-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Finds his back. It's Corum. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Falcons, first down.
Going on first. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. It's a gain of 22. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Falcons first down. A gain of 22 yards.
Looking inside the red zone.
The Falcons first
And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons making the scoreboard look a touch better.
touchdown, Atlanta.
Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
Falcons.
Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for two. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Let's go. 6, ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Chased out to his right. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They're going to pass it here. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The Saints calling for a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10.
18 Rattler.
They fake the handoff. Now Richardson. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
Defense showing blitz. Richardson. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jamal Adams with the INT.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing from his own end zone. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame. 2nd down now. They need 7.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Trying to push deep downfield. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And that means 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Turn to Corum on 3rd down. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have 1 more play left in a game that's already decided. All right, 1 more snap to play here. One final shot here. He's got it complete to Reed. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.